Keep that chin tucked, blow out. Hi, Dr. Dave here, Synergy Wellness, Chiropractic and Physical Therapy in New York City. Today we have a young woman who actually found us through YouTube and has costochondritis, but a lot of her pain started in the back. Some people have it where it starts in the front, in the chest area, and then to the back. Hers is vice versa. So she started having a lot of back pain, and come on over here for a sec, all right? So we've seen her a handful of treatments now. We're about 4 or 5 treatments in now. Yeah. Chiropractic adjustments in. And you can see her posture is rounded forward, okay? And there's also a lot of weakness in the muscles. So we can run a scan on the back to see if there's any weakness or any imbalances there in the back muscles. And you can also tell by her posture as well. So how are you doing so far? We're about 4 or 5 treatments in.
I'm doing better than I was beforehand. Mm-hmm. So there's been way more improvement. I could walk. It was hard for me to walk without having having a lot of difficulties in sort of breathing and feeling tired and tightness. Mm-hmm. So now I could walk at least 30 to 40 blocks.
30 to 40 blocks. So that's, that's 1.5 miles to 2 miles for those of you that don't live in New York City. That's pretty good. And you live, up in Midtown, right? So,
yeah, Upper East Side.
Upper East Side. So she's got a lengthy walk. A lot of people here in New York City don't want to take the subway right now, given the whole coronavirus issue and cleanliness issue and just crowding on the subways. So we're taking all precautionary measures here, but we need to help people that are in a lot of pain and keep them out of the hospitals. So go ahead and lay down on your stomach. We're going to start her off with some heat. We have not had to use cold laser therapy on her. So some real severe cases, we use cold laser therapy with the adjustment. For her, a lot of it has to do with her thoracic spine and the alignment of the spine and also the posture. So we're going to work on that. And as long as that continues to improve, how much improvement would you say you're at now?
Oh, I'm right. I have to say so far, like 50-60% of improvement.
50-60% improvement in a couple of visits. Not bad, huh? So I think we're going to continue on this track, and if we need to, we can always go to the cold laser. Again, I use that on the more severe cases. We're going to start her off with a little bit of heat. One last thing. Tell me what you think in comments below. I went to film school before I got my doctorate. I do all the writing, directing, producing, sound, editing, and the cool special effects you see here. Folks, I'm not asking for an Academy Award or an Oscar. Just a simple thumbs up if you like my video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest, greatest content on YouTube. Thank you. Appreciate all of you. All right, so now that we've given her about 10 minutes of heat, moist heat, helps to loosen the muscles up, increase the blood flow. We use this machine here, which uses vibration to also kind of break through some of the muscle adhesions that are pretty thick. We have 5 layers of back muscles. So this will help to get through all of those layers. Laser does the same thing, but in a much, much different way than this does. This is definitely a favorite. A lot of people like this. Do you like this? Does this feel good?
Yeah, it's fine, yeah.
Yeah, most people love this. I mean, 1 out of 10 people, sometimes it's uncomfortable. Just because they're in so much pain, it's hard for them to tolerate something like this, like a deep tissue massage. Is one side more sensitive or sore than the other side?
Yes, I think the left side, yes.
Left side?
Yeah.
Okay. So her spine is actually rotated to the left, pushing the heads of the ribs here forward, and her chest pain, most of her costochondritis chest pain is on the left side. So it's not a coincidence, let's put it that way. So what we're trying to do is take the rotation out of the thoracic spine, align the rib cage, and that will reduce all the inflammation in the front and then as well back here. And then we're going to strengthen the weak muscles, stretch the tight muscles, which she has already started from day 1 or 2. I think we had her start on a couple of simple stretches just to get her going. Okay. And she gets occasional lower back pain too, but this is her body just compensating neurologically. And it's now gotten to the point where it's painful for her. This, something to remember is symptoms are the last process of the disease process, or the last symptom. Symptoms always last in the disease process. So with symptoms being last in the disease process, they're always the first to go away. So a lot of times people feel better, and then they assume that they're all better, and that's a myth. I mean, it's like working out. Nobody would ever think that working out once a week would get you in shape, and then it would take multiple times a week for several months to get you in shape, right? And then nobody would ever think that you could just stop working out and you're going to stay in shape. No, that's not going to happen. And the same holds true with the spine, especially with these chronic problems. This has been going on for a long time, the posture. It's just gotten now recently. How long has it been bothering you in the chest area?
Like the past 2 months.
The past 2 months. But this is a long-standing chronic problem that is a lot longer than 2 months, okay? So we're going to help her through this, guide her through this. Make sure you check our other video out. We have a bunch of stretches for costochondritis that will help you, that you can do at home on your own. And we're going to adjust her lower back here because her right pelvis is pulled down and pulled back. So we're going to correct that now. So what I want you to do is lay on this side here for me. Blow all the way out. Good. Okay, what we're going to do now is I'm going to have you keep your legs straight. Raise one leg as high as you can. Nope, keep your legs straight for me.
Okay.
Go ahead and raise one leg as high as you can.
Like this?
Mm-hmm. Good. And down. And the other one? Okay, good. Is one leg harder to raise than the other? Or were they equal?
I think they were equal to raise.
Okay. They should be. That's good. That's a good sign. When you first started, they weren't. Go ahead and try that again for me. Okay? The other one? Excellent.
Yeah, this leg is easier to raise. Like, it raises higher.
This one's easier still?
Yeah, I know. Meaning, like, they're both, I can raise both of them, but this one I feel like higher than the other one.
Okay, so cross the left leg, or the difficult leg, over ankle over the other ankle. Yep. There we go. Oftentimes when someone has that problem, it's because the sacrum is rotated. And we're just going to correct that. Okay, now, yep. Okay, I want you to go ahead and raise one leg at a time. Good. And the other one. And down. How's that?
There's that.
Hmm?
Yes, it's good.
Good. Deep breath in again. So that noise, that clicking noise you hear, we have a pedal down here. It pops the table up. It's called Thompson technique. Really effective, gentle technique. For those of you that don't like to be put on your side, I use a mixture of both, or a mixture of many different techniques, but that's a really great, gentle technique for those of you that don't like that cracking noise, or don't like the forceful or the more forceful adjustment. All right, now we're going to adjust the most important part in here for her, the thoracic spine. So she's got unique subluxations. They're anterior. They dip sort of towards the chest cavity. So we're gonna have her sit up and face me right over here. All right, give yourself a big hug because you deserve it. Yeah, there you go. Just like that. Okay. Tuck your chin down. And go ahead, take a deep breath in. And blow all the way out. Good. Okay, another deep breath in. Tuck the chin down. And come on up a little bit. Good. And blow all the way out. Good. And one more deep breath in. Keep that chin tucked. Blow out. Okay, head back. See your hands up in the air. Okay, now just gonna muscle test her here to check some of the muscles here in the front, the pec muscles. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna do hitchhiker's thumb upside down. Good. Yep. And lock your elbow, and I'm gonna pull out this way. Okay, resist me. 1, 2, 3. Put your hand back here. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Resist. Okay. Any pain?
A little.
Okay. And we're gonna go now diagonally down towards me. Okay.
Okay.
Thumb down. Good. And resist me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was weak. This one was a little weak. Okay.
Okay.
So relax there. We're gonna check the other side. Other arm, hitchhiker's thumb upside down for me. Good. Lock that elbow. And 1, 2, 3. Resist. 1, 2, 3. Resist. Okay, and we're gonna go diagonally down. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Resist. Okay, and relax. Yeah. You're tender there, aren't you?
Yeah, like right here, I'm mostly tender, like a lot right here.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So.
Yeah. So a lot of people with costochondritis have the forward rolled shoulders, also have a lot of tenderness in the pec muscle. In that other video, I go over a great stretch. You can use a lacrosse ball. Tennis ball doesn't work as good. Something a little bit harder. And you can just use your hand and do this even without the lacrosse ball. And loosen up the pec major and the pec minor, because the pec major pulls your shoulders forward. The pec minor pulls your shoulders forward and down. And you want to avoid that with any bad posture. Anybody that has forward head posture, that's at the computer all day, or somebody with costochondritis like herself. I know it's a little uncomfortable. This, you're working on stretching. You know that doorway stretch I gave you?
Yes.
So you're working on it. If you want, you can watch my other videos on YouTube. I don't know how many you've seen on costochondritis, but there's some good stretches in there with a lacrosse ball right here.
Oh, yeah.
You have a lacrosse ball?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you can actually take that ball and put it right in here. Tender right there?
Yes.
So the pec minor is actually underneath the pec major. So it kind of goes right underneath at the edge of the axilla there.
So she's the ball right here too, right? Like ball around here.
Yeah, be careful though. Don't do that against the wall. You could just do that with your hand, because you've got ribs there.
Yes.
And I think if you focus on these muscles first, you'll find that gets better. Okay?
Okay.
So I would start with just this first. And then as we also start to strengthen, which we haven't started yet, once we start to strengthen the muscles, then that will improve even more. Okay? Because there's an imbalance here. We're going to correct that. Okay. This is the most important part of the adjustment, the neck, the cervical spine. We now know through research, through the latest research in hooking up EEGs and checking the effect that an adjustment, a cervical adjustment, has on the brain, neurologically, directly on the brain, the prefrontal cortex and the cerebellum, which controls your mechanics, how you move, right? It's crucial with posture, how we move, our posture, our stance. So, this is a very important part of the adjustment. There's a lot of different ways to adjust the neck. Some people don't like to have that cracking or popping noise. That's just gas being released from the joint. And I actually did a video on that, what that noise is. If you want to know a little further, check that video out. But this is an adjustment that works very, very well. It's extremely effective and very gentle. And just relax yourself here. Yep. C1, C2, and relax here. Good. Okay, roll over to your side and come up the proper way, okay? Roll over to your side for me, and you're going to go ahead and sit up. Either side.
Oh, I have to
Probably
sit
towards
up?
the camera, though.
Okay.
Okay, that was, I give you an A minus.
Okay. Oh, it's for getting up?
As far as getting up,
All right.
yeah. Okay, come on up. That was great. You can come on up. You're all set. So, when you have back pain, the right way to get up, whether you're on the bed, on the couch, on your back, on your stomach, the best way is to roll over to your side, push off your elbow and your hand, and at the same time you're pushing off the elbow and the hand, swing these legs down and use the momentum. So 1, 2, 3 at the same time, like that. That's the right way to get up. Thanks, folks.